It is the morning after the night before, and I've got to apologise for the delay in this video, and I'm going to have to apologise for the quality of it as well, because as you'll see, it's I think it's been recorded in standard definition or something odd about it, so I didn't post it. So it's not because I'm distraught or anything. I'm not going to get distraught, it's just a game. I'm looking out the window here and I was expecting the sun to be rising, but it isn't. It's thoroughly miserable out there, it's raining, and the Habs have brought winter back to Ontario. You know what, they're like that unwanted gatecrasher, that irritating, annoying house guest. That's what they are. They just come knocking on your door and say, "Hi, it's us Habs, can we come in and join the party?" You go, "No, you're not invited, and you can't come in anyway because it's just us Leafs here and we're already planning the parade, so you may as well just take off. Don't even bother showing up." Because, "Oh no, you're honest, you know what, we're just here for some fun, you know, we're just like, you know, we won't do anything." So against your better judgment, you let them in. You let them off the carpet, and what do? They break all your furniture, cause a ruckus. You sort of go, you know what, but you get through the night, you're in reasonable shape, you've tied things up, you're going into overtime, you get the Habs and you say, "Okay guys, it's time to go. The momentum's on our side now, you've had your fun, it's time to leave." He goes, "No, can we not just stay? Honest, we won't do anything. We're just happy to be here, honest, I promise." And you let them stay, and what do they do? Caulfield and Suzuki drink all your booze, and they're not even old enough to drink. And now what's happened? Now your house is on fire. How's my lucky t-shirt? Fantastic. Here it is, now 3-8. The game is over, the battle continues. Leafs lose, Habs win. We're going back to Montreal on Saturday night, sounds about right. 2,500 rabid Canadian fans will be in attendance. Great. Let's hope for a good result and rub it in their faces. That's all I can say, because I'm on Facebook right now and Twitter and that, and these guys are rubbing it in mine. And you know what, it's so unpleasant and so unnecessary. I don't deserve this kind of abuse, I really don't. I'm not the one that was full of optimism. They're taking it out me, these guys. Oh, I'm having to listen to some classical music to try and calm my nerves here. I've got Sibelius Violin Concerto in D minor, the saddest of all keys. A good game, a really good, exciting game. I didn't think it was going to be exciting because the Leafs really struggled at the beginning, and they struggled because of the way Montreal was playing. They were in their face, especially that first period, man. They were all over them. They were hitting sticks, great sticks, all over the place. That Suzuki is a great player. He really is. He's there's no nonsense from that guy. And and some of the veterans were doing Perry. They're hitting all over the place. And the Leafs couldn't handle it. At the beginning, they could not handle it at all. They were getting hassled. They were making mistakes. They were rushing the pucks, rushing the passes. And for a Leaf fan, it wasn't very nice to view, because what it looked like they were crapping the bed a little bit. And we're a delicate team, right? They've played really well in this series up to this point, but we do have demons that we're trying to exercise right now. And until they beat this team and knock them out, questions remain. And we didn't answer them very well tonight, because the Habs, I thought, totally deserved the lead in the first period, 2-0 I think it was. At the end of one, Armina with 2 goals, and totally well deserved. I mean, they came out of that period 2-0. Leafs started to creep into it towards the end of that, but really, I mean, you know, it was a done deal. For the most part, I was kind of happy to get out of there 2-0. So we're going into the second period, and it's pretty much the same again. It's a bit more even there, but the second period has been the Leafs' best up to this point. And they were the better team, but not as dominant as they were before. And that's because the Habs' best players were the best players on the ice at that point. Not heard too much of Matthews. Marner's still good. Nylander is absolutely dynamite. There's lots of individual performances there. Tonight there was. But I think Montreal was more of the cohesive team. Did not really see the Leafs coming back in the third there. and was prepared to sit here. I was already planning for the 3-1 defeat and have a wee chinwag about that. So they go and tie it up and take it to overtime. And when I thought about it, I went, well, especially when they started telling you the stats of the goalkeeping stats with Carey Price's record in overtime games, and I thought, I don't think we're going to win this. And it didn't take long for them to lose it. I mean, it didn't go long enough to figure out who deserved to win it, because it was over in, like, what was it? Less than 2 minutes, under 2 minutes. Might even been under a minute. I don't even know how long it was. Anyway, it seemed to just, the Leafs, and I was really hoping that it was going to go on, because this would be good for the Leafs to go through a nice lengthy overtime, learn some stuff, get to feel the rigours of the Stanley Cup playoffs, because every team has to go through a few overtimes. It doesn't even count like overtime, does it? That does not feel like an overtime there. It was over so quick. And Suzuki with the winner, who was, for me, one of the better players on the ice outside of Carey Price. Most of the Montreal team played well, and I would say Nylander, Marner was great. Hyman's just not give up. So there's enough soldiers that the Leafs have. You would think that they've got enough gumption there to go into Montreal and still win. Like I said, I thought they were going to win in 6, and they've played well the last 2 games in Montreal. I see no reason whatsoever that they will not win on Saturday night, because I do not want to watch a game in Toronto with Carey Price in net, Game 7. That has got crap your pants written all over it. When a team comes back and ties it 3-3, you sort of go, well, let's finish the job, do it in overtime. But that's not how it worked. So I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I sort of went, well, it's just a 3-1 loss or 4-3 in overtime. I don't know what's worse, really. I'm not really sure. I guess there's a little bit of momentum there for the Habs going back to Montreal. You're going back to Montreal. There's 2,500 horrible, smelly, stinky Montreal fans going to be there. Maybe not. Maybe there might be some Leaf fans that might sneak in there. They will, somehow. I'm sure they will. And then they're facing, you're facing Price again, who tonight, I can name lots of Montreal players here that played great tonight. None better than Price. He's their best player, by far. And that's scientifically clinical goaltending there. Those were amazing saves, and he made them look relatively easy. Who knows what's going to happen? Saturday night in Montreal, Game 6. I said at the beginning that I thought that the Leafs would take it in 6. So I'm going to stand by that, because I definitely don't want it going to 7. Who wants to face Carey Price in Game 7? Especially with the squeaky bum time for the Leafs there, because if they're up 3-1 and it's tied 3-3 coming back to Toronto on Monday or wherever it is, I don't really think I'm going to have the fortitude to sit here in front of this camera and make another video at the end of that if they lose that game. Just being honest with you. I don't like the smell of those apples. Thanks for watching. I'm away to have a whiskey to try and cleanse my system from the ugly taste that I have in my mouth from that game. I'm going to listen to a little bit more of my Sibelius there in D minor, the saddest of all keys, like I mentioned, to calm my savage spirit that I have right now. Starting to get a stomach ache and my head's starting to hurt. And that's what hockey can do to you during the playoffs. Thanks for watching. This has been No Idle Talk. Maybe another round would be good. That's all the Leaf fans are looking for, another round. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all again sometime soon. Bye for now.